Good evening. Yesterday, that is in previous class, we discussed about the charge, basic properties of the charge, how the charge we can produce. Now, the process of production of the charge is called the electrification. This is called the electrification. Methods of electrifications. There are three ways we are producing the electrifications. One is by the friction, other one is by the conduction, last one is by the induction. In this, most important thing is induction. So now we are going to discuss one by one about the methods of electrification. Methods of electrification, the first thing is friction. Yesterday I given in the previous class I given a tabular column. In that tabular column, I am speaking in the tabular column. Suppose if I am going to speak about that tabular column, in that tabular column I use a glass rod is wrapped with the silk cloth. If I wrap the glass rod with the silk cloth, silk rod is experiencing the continuous friction from the silk cloth. Because of that reason, the heat is produced, the heat is grabbed by the glass rod and electrons it can release. That means donor is the glass rod. Those electrons are accepted by the silk cloth. Now acceptor is the silk cloth. That means silk cloth becoming the negative and glass rod becoming the positive. So this positive and negative charges creation takes place due to the process of friction. Now coming to the process of friction. That means in the friction we will get two charges. One is the positive, other one is the negative. One another thing we have to remember here. In the friction we are getting both charges. That means number of electrons glass rod supposed to. Glass rod. This lasts 2 electrons. Suppose example only this is. It lasts means it becoming positive. Silk cloth. It gains 2 electrons. Let it be Q1 and this is Q2. Total charge Q is equal to Q1 plus Q2 after the rubbing. That means plus 2E minus of 2E, total charge is equal to 0. That means before the charge is 0, even after also 0. That means charge neither be created nor destroyed. This is called the conservation of charge. So total charge remains same. Before 0, even after is also 0. So in the friction process, both bodies are getting equal and opposite charges. That is the main thing with the friction. So now the second process is conduction. Look at here. This is the next name of the process is conduction. In this conduction, if a body is kept in contact with an uncharged body, that means the body is already a charged body. You can write a charged body. A charged body is kept in contact. It's kept in contact in the sense supposed to be, it is easy to understand. Here there is a one body is there. This is another body. This is another body. I can explain. Let me complete because of lack of space. You write it down. If a charged body is kept in contact with an uncharged body, then uncharged body becomes charged body due to the transfer of electrons to other. That means let us consider a sphere. It is a charged sphere. It consists of Q amount of charge. Now second sphere is there. That sphere is also uncharged body. Now these two are in contact. So you please note it down once again. If a charged body is kept in contact with an uncharged body, then uncharged body becomes charged due to transfer of electrons to other body. So the whatever may be the sentence, I read it now. You please, I have read it. Now you are going to understand it. There is a one charged body is kept in contact with another uncharged body. Now then the uncharged body becomes charged body due to transfer of electrons to the other. It means that supposed to be this is a one body, one sphere. It consists of 2 coulombs of charge. Clear? Now, one let it be A. There is another body, is the B. Let Q1 is equal to 2 coulombs. Another body, that is Q2 of charge, is equal to 0. Charge 0 means uncharged body. Now, these two are in contact. This is and this is also in contact with that. Body A and body B. After contact, the body A and body B, this one of charge is 1 coulomb, even this one of charge is 1 coulomb. Do you understand? If both are identical, means if both spheres are the identical spheres, one sphere is the charged sphere, this is the uncharged sphere, and labeling uncharged is B, charged is A. Before in contact, the charge upon the A is 2 coulombs and charge upon the B is 0. After, if they are in contact, after the contact, that means after the conduction, charge A, but sphere A coulomb, sphere A of the charge is 1 coulomb, sphere B of charge is also 1 coulomb, because they are equally distributed the charges. If they are identical bodies, equally distributes. This one of charge is positive, even this one of charge is also positive. Means as of our previous class, both are positive charges, they repel each other. If they repel each other in the sense, because A become positive, B become also positive. That's why I written here. After the conduction, both bodies acquire the charge of same nature. That means A become positive 1 coulomb, B become positive 1 coulomb. So they repel each other. Thus conduction precedes repulsion. All times conduction precedes the repulsion. Once I am going to say that if it is a conducting in the sense, the two bodies, that means whether they are identical or non-identical, they are going to distribute the charges according to their sizes. But they are all times treating the equal and same nature, equal nature in the sense, one if supposed to one body, charged body is negative, again you are going to get negative and negative. If charged body is positive, again you are going to get negative, positive and positive. There are all times repel each other. That's why we show they repel each other. Thus conduction precedes repulsion. This is about the conduction. We are going to say that whatever it may be the charge you are providing, after conduction also you are going to get the same kind of charge. But in friction, if there is no charge, but I am getting two different charges. One is the positive, other one is the negative. That is, the glass rod become positive, silk cloth become negative by the friction. Thus, in this conduction process, one becoming, suppose if I give whichever the charge I am giving, I am going to get the same amount of the charge. Same amount of the charge in the sense they are in nature. If suppose to I am going to get a positive, again I am going to get a positive. Here one other principle is including here. Here 2 coulombs of charge, 1C plus 1C. That means charges follows the additive in nature. Before that I said that charges follow the conservation. Even if here also charges are conservative as well as additive, because before the charge is 2 coulombs, after also 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 coulomb. Charge neither be created nor destroyed. And one other thing is it follows the sum before the total charge is 2 coulombs. After charge is equal to sum of the two individual charges, that is 1 coulomb and 1 coulomb. So So look at here, one other thing is that if you want you can write the labeling this like this. Okay, that's it enough to identify this is. Or else you can write this is positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 positives are there. This is 0. After that 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Before and after charge remains the same. That is law of conservation of charge. If you see in paper, this is 4, even this is also 4, again total 8 positives. This is the conduction process. Next we are going to discuss about the other kind of method of electrification. The other kind of method of electrification is the induction. In that induction, when a charged body is kept closer to a neutral body, that means that when a charged body, supposed to be this is a one charged body, this is I am assuming to be positive, this is a one charged body is kept closer to a neutral body, supposed to be this is a body which is neutral, this is a body which is the neutral, is kept on an insulating stand. It's insulating stand. Now next, charge is induced in the neutral body. How the charge is induced in neutral body? How the near side of the neutral body gets unlike, means this is positive, unlike means negative, and the farther end gets like charges, means empty. So hence induction precedes attraction. Do you understand this one? This is a one positive rod. Here 3 negatives are there. That is, with this respect to this one, this negative is a unlike charges, and this is a like charges. You have to notice one other thing. This is positive. How many positives are here? 1, 2, 3. How many negatives are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 positives plus 3 negatives. Total charge again 0. Before that it is a neutral body. After that it is a charged, even though the total charge is equal to 0 upon this neutral body. You may think that this is negative, this is positive, but total, this negative and positive both are arranged on the same body. Then total is equal to 0. Before the sphere of charge is 0, even after is also 0. That means which law? Law of conservation of charge. Simply once again repeating, when a charged body, that is a glass rod, it consists of positive charge, is kept closer to a neutral body. In the sense, it is not touches, it is about to touch. Charge is induced in the neutral body. So this charge is induced in this neutral body. Neutral body in the sense charge is equal to 0. The nearer side of the neutral body gets unlike. Then this is called neutral side. This is called the farthest side. Gets unlike. This is positive. Unlike is negative. And for further end gets like charge. This is positive. And like side is positive. Hence, induction precedes attraction. Positive and negative can attract each other. It means that, okay, I'll explain in the next one. Look at here. Now we are going to talk about how the process takes place in induction. If I am going to speak, it's a sphere. This is a sphere. Sphere means it is associated with the mass. Mass make up with the molecules. Molecules is make up with atoms. Atoms make up with electrons, protons and neutrons. So that is why this is a one charged rod. That charged rod brought closer to the uncharged sphere. Closer to uncharged sphere. That means charge upon this one is equal to 0. Now because of this is a sphere. Sphere is associated with mass. Mass can make up with molecules. Molecules make up with atoms. and atoms consist of electrons, protons and neutrons. These protons and neutrons are imprisoned in the nucleus is nothing but the positive. This positive and this positive are repel each other. One positive, other positive are repel each other. Because of that, this whatever it may be here, those positives are going to other side by repulsion. And these negatives are tuning to this side by attraction. So this is by attraction, this is by repulsion. Because of that reason, this positive and inside positives both are repelled, so the positive coming to this side. This positive and inside negative attract each other, so this is becoming this side. But before charge is 0, 1, 2, 3 positives are there, 1, 2, 3 negatives are there, total charge again is equal to 0. Now I earthed it. Earthing in the sense, earth is a very huge amount of mass. So suppose you can understand that if it is earthed, positive in the sense deficiency of electrons, negative in the sense excess of electrons. Now I connected, I earthed in the sense join. You have an idea, I think so. Earthing in the sense one end take a conductor, it is connected to. So now one end is connected to earthing. That means one end of the conductor connected to the charged body, other end is connected to the earth. If I am going to say earthing in the sense, this side positives are there, that is nothing but deficiency of electrons. So that deficiency is fulfilled by the electrons. Those electrons are moving from earth to the conductor. That means this becoming automatically, it is this side is becoming neutral. How many, if it is becoming neutral in the sense, how many charges are available? 3 positives are there. These 3 positives are redistributed. Redistributed means like this. Positive, negative, negative, negative. This is an insulating stand. This is an insulating charge. So this is called the induced charge. Induced charge Q dash is equal to minus Q into 1 minus 1 by K. Q dash is equal to minus Q into 1 minus 1 by K. Q dash is called induced charge. Q is called inducing charge. And K is called dielectric constant. Dielectric constant. So K is equal to 0 for insulators. K is equal to infinite for metals. K is equal to infinite for metals. So this is about the induction. In the induction, I got positive charge, but I am getting negative charge. This getting charge is called induced charge. The one which you brought, that is called the inducing charge. That is why this is positive, this is negative. Repulsion, induction precedes the attraction. So that is the main theme of this one. Simply once again repeating, this is a one rod. We brought the charge rod, it is positive charge rod. It brought to a sphere which is kept upon the insulating stand. This is an insulating stand. Insulating stand. Now, molecule, electron, proton and neutron. So this positive and this positive both are repelled by repulsion. It moves to farthest side. This positive and these electrons are attracted, that is why this is the nearest side. But 3 positives are there, 3 negatives are there. Total charge upon this sphere is equal to 0, even though here also charge is 0. Now it is connected to earthing. Once it is connected to the earthing, in the sense earth is a huge body, its potential is treated as 0. Supposed to be there is a 1 C is there. If you take glass of water or adding glass of water, is there any change in level of the sea? Water level of the sea? No. Like if you take a number of electrons from the earth are given to the earth, there is no change in potential of the earth. Now this is the one. If you are connecting this side, then automatically this is a positive. Positive means deficiency of electrons. So it can gain electrons from earth. So 3 electrons it can take, and this becoming the 0. Now this